Theater, even amateur theater, can be a scary place. I was cast this summer in Beowulf, a modern retelling of a classical tale with mostly female actresses in roles of Viking warriors. The explanation for the adaptation was in the news that broke in 2014 that said a large number of uncovered Viking graves previously assumed men's were in fact women's. I was given the lead, a brave wolf who saves the day by killing the monster, his mother, and finally, with some help of faithful friends, the dragon. It started as creepy things always start, in dreams. I woke up in the middle of the night, hands shaking from the heaviness of my sword, vision blurry from the dust and blood, lungs hurting from swimming through water to the cave deep underground. I could hear the screams of the mother, feel her terror over her dead son, and despair of many that have fallen in the battlefield. I walked to my work in haze, thinking how strange and jet beautiful it was to feel the play so intimately. Why, this can make my performance that much better and help me to get into character. Except, things got weirder really quickly. First, the dreams got more real. The next night, the murders were red, painful, wet, and loud, the terror pressing heavily on my limbs, every move hurting. I got up slowly with heavy steps, barely managing to straighten up the spine. Had to brush my teeth twice because I couldn't get the taste of blood out of my mouth. My flatmate became concerned, Googled stuff, and told me to get off coffee, tea, and sugar for the time being. Next came the language incident. I live in a foreign country and English is not my native language. Probably you could already have guessed on the basis of my writing skills. When I get stressed or panicky, I tend to switch to my language and my dialect. On that particular day, I got called up into the office of my boss, where a meeting that was supposed to be a valuable discussion about my asset management project turned sour very quickly. Feeling interrogated and backed into a corner, I lashed out, but no one understood a word. I got up, chair crashing behind me, down the corridor to my office, and covered my mouth. The words that escaped me were not in any of the languages I speak or understand or recognize. Cold sweat was dripping down my back as I got to my office and crashed in my chair, head falling on the keyboard. Should I go and get checked out in the hospital? These things happen to cancer patients, don't they? Instead of doing STH about this, I went to a bar and got a drink. That will settle it for sure. But then the sword came. At first it was a blunt plastic thing that I got to carry home from the rehearsals to practice swings. Funny thing was that with time it became more and more heavy, becoming quite a challenge to maneuver in the local metro. Despite the strange looks from my cast members, I decided that I will leave it in the rehearsal room because I just couldn't carry it anymore. I was tired, I explained. Just so tired. I came home and crashed on the sofa. A scream woke me up. Molly was there looking at me with troubled eyes pointing at my hands. My bloody fingers were gripping the blade, shiny, sharp, and heavy on my body. I jumped and the sword fell down, red marks following it to the white carpet. Oh my God, Molly, I'm so sorry. I have no idea how this happened. What the hell are you doing with that thing? And where on earth did you get it? Explain. Molly looked at me while I just stood there like an idiot, trying to think of some meaningful reply or an explanation. My mind drew blank. She pulled me to the bathroom, turned the tap on, and got some Band-Aids. Once the cut was taken care of, I leaned against the bathtub and spoke slowly so she stops freaking out and starts listening. I seriously do not know what happened, Moll. I left the damn thing in the theater. I mean, it's not even the same sword. The one I had was a blunt toy thing for practice. Are you making some sort of a stupid joke? She just started at me. Okay, so you're not. Then, if somebody else didn't come here to pull a practical joke, I really don't know how this thing ended up in our living room. The show premieres next week. I am afraid to go to sleep.